The bros, today we're going to do a little safety checklist before we head out to Port Canaveral. I'm over here with Joey. Joey, you want to say hi to everyone?
What's going on, everybody? We're doing a little safety check here. Got some questions in DMs about what it takes, before you head out to either to the lake or to the ocean. So we figured we'd start with the basics, step one, most important, and then work our way up and then get out to the ocean and do some fishing for you guys.
Yeah, so like what Joey was saying, guys, so we come up over here. The main thing, the most easiest thing, guys, right before we're pulling out of the garage, before we can check the tires, the power, and everything before trailering, just right over here, guys, the one and only, the plug. So every time we get out of water, I just open it out a little bit. Of course, a little water comes out over there. Every boat always takes on any water out there. If anyone ever tells you there's no water that ever gets on their boat, they are clearly lying to you or not your friend. So make sure, guys, I opened it up last time before we got home, let the water out. So just make sure you tighten it up over here. Right there, nice tight. And you guys are good to go right there. And that's step one right there. Now we're gonna show you what's next. Step two over here. It's not mandatory. It's good for like long distance drives. If you're going to the lake, you're going to the ocean. It's good for the motor. You got a Yamaha tilt trailer support right here. So it's kind of good if you get any bumps and stuff from going out on the road or whatever. I just got mine not too long ago, especially for long load trips. You don't want the motor jumping up and down the highway to mess it up. So you go right down over here, guys. Put the motor up a little bit. You can stick it in right over there. And you're just gonna hold it. Trim it down right there. Keep trimming it till you get a little pressure. Right over there, guys. And there you're good. So you got a nice little safe drive in. You don't gotta worry about the motor jumping up and down.
So that brings us to step three. Last thing that you want to do is being headed out to the ocean and one of your guys' tires go flat. That would just throw a hitch in the whole day, probably ruin the whole day. So what we're going to do, we're going to go around, we're going to check all the tire pressures and just make sure that it's an adequate tire pressure. So you guys want to come down here. So if you guys can see, we're right at about 46 PSI. We want to be at about 49. So we're just going to kick it on, throw it up to about 49, and we'll go on to the next tire. These are super inexpensive. You can get them right off Amazon. It's the Ryobi. Works pretty well. You can use it while out on the road, whatever it may be. Super quick. Got nice power on it. And one of the also things that we would recommend is whenever you guys are getting your boat serviced, always get the trailer tire axles lubricated here. You don't want any grinding or anything like that. Like I said, you don't want to lose a tire while you're out on the road. So let's hop around to the next side, guys. This one's a little bit low too.
Of course, guys, after we check the trailer tire pressure and everything, check the axle and stuff, the main thing, obviously, you got to make sure your tires are good on the truck too. Obviously, we're using Big Bertha to tow the boat, so I already checked all the tires. Everything looks good and evened out, and we're ready to rock and roll. Back over here. So the main thing, guys, you always want to check on the trailer. Make sure you got it securely stirred over here. You want to make sure it's optional. You don't really need it. It's good to have a little lock over here too. Feel that extra safety over there. Make sure you got your safety chins, guys. Always crisscross right over here, guys. So I got two safety over here. See how I keep my wiring all over here, secure over there. Check, always do a light safety check over there, guys. So before we pull off, I'm gonna make sure both of my brake lights are working and make sure they're all working back over there. So it's always good to check over here. You get up over here, guys, make sure this is tight and secure. You want to feel a little pressure. Never leave this loose while you're trailing, guys. So always make sure it's tight and pressurized. And some trailers, depending on what you guys use, I have Magic Tilt. I've been using it for years. They always did me good. I'm got a safety over here. Make sure the safety is good. Last but not least, right here, make sure everything is safe over there. And it doesn't hurt, guys, when you guys come back home. You can see salt tries to eat up small stuff. Always hit it all with fresh water. Put a little WD-40 on the bolts and the spots over here so you guys can be good for the next boating day. Again, it's always a big thing, you know, it'll save you a lot of headache and problems over there. Check your power before you hit the road, guys. Not all boats, most boats out there. I have a breaker box over here, so every time I get it at the house, right before I finish cleaning up and putting everything back, I always kill the power, guys. So right now I'm turning back on the power. Make sure I got power over there. I'm gonna check my lights and everything and all that, make sure I'm good to go. And it's always good to have one of these. It's not mandatory, but if I tell you how many times I help other boaters out over there that couldn't jump start their boat or blasting music out there and you're out in the middle of the water, how long are you gonna wait for somebody to come help you out there, guys? So it's always good to have a little jumper box. She always stays in the truck, goes in the middle of the boat when we're out there, and you know, a small thing like this can avoid a big headache out there. So there you go.
And also, guys, one of the biggest things, time is money or time is fish. So one of the main things that we like to do before we head out to the ocean or to the lake is the day before we like to gas up everything. So we already got the truck gassed up, had the boat gassed up last night, so it's essentially just hitch and go. Because if you got to travel out to the lake, you know, an hour, 2 hours, whatever it may be, or the ocean, you know, you don't want to spend that extra time going to the store, filling up gas, or having to go get food or whatever. So night before, we already went and got our sandwiches, got our drinks, whatever it is. We already have all of our poles and our lines set up, so it's just plug and play. So that's probably one of the most important tips, is just have your stuff ready, guys. Let's get into it.
Last but not least, guys, before we head out, it's always a good thing. Always double check your anchor. It doesn't hurt. It takes about 1 minute, guys. Make sure the chain is good. Make sure the rope is attached well or whatever. And make sure the anchor is secure out there. You guys are jumping. You don't want the anchor jumping around, dingling around, making noise. So always make sure the safety's on there over there, guys. And it's not mandatory, it's optional. I always keep a backup anchor over there too. You might never know, and I lose anchors once in a while. Everybody loses anchors once in a while, you know. So it doesn't hurt, guys. Take 1 minute and check out.
Sammy, so what do we got going on with the conditions out here in Port Canaveral today?
You know, it was the winds were supposed to be calm and better, and out of nowhere we got 4 to 5 feet waves over here. Some strong current, you know. We got a few boaters ahead of us. That guy's moving out over there too. And you always guys got to keep an eye out on the weather with the winds and how it can change it literally in an instant, you know. So we're out over here trying to be safe and trying to find somewhere more calm to fish. We'll probably come back out here in a little bit, so we're gonna find somewhere a little more calm to fish. So stay tuned, guys.
Yeah, it's beating us up a little bit out here. We're having a little bit issues trying to get the anchor down. We've already seen one boat get washed up onto the rocks, and actually another boat start taking on some water that the police had to help them out a little bit. So we're gonna keep looking. Might head in, eat a little bit, but we'll see what we can do and get back out here.
Come on again. Let's find Grove Snapper. I told you. I got a flounder first time, Joey.
Let's
you
get
tell
it,
him how
baby.
that was? Good job. Thanks for getting the net quick.
Absolutely, bro.
I missed the fight to turn on the GoPro, but we got it, bro.
Yeah, unable to get the fight, but it was a hell of a fight.
We were to keeper, guys, right there. Stay tuned.
We were actually both on at the same time, but mine got off and he kept his.
I'm gonna show you guys the setup after. Just switch up the setup like 3 minutes. Guys, over here, tell you a quick setup I did on that pole right over there. I had a nice big size pink jig head over there. I put a live shrimp right on the tail right there. let it go off. In about 2 minutes, I hooked onto, how big was that, Joey? Probably 22, 23 inch flounder, guys.
Right around there.
It was a really good size. So they're down there. We're gonna see if we could catch a few more, limit out. Cheers, guys. Cheers, Joey.
So this one, it is not legal. It's about an inch underneath where we need it to be. So this guy gets to live another day.
Beautiful fish, guys. Off the edge. Right there, guys. Say bye. Bye, Baba.
What we got there? Is it a snook?
No.
Watch your hook.
It's a ladyfish, some shark bait, baby.
Damn, there we go.
Today was a good day. We caught a real big flounder. We measured over, it's probably around 23, 24 inches. He's in a cooler. Got some big red snappers too, and the bite was good over there too. A lot of fish were biting over there. We wanted to fish the point today, but it was a little choppy, got a little windy out over there. We tried anchoring, and there's a reason why nobody's anchored over there. It was way too choppy, but we went back over there to rocks, threw in the last live pinfish and shrimp, and the bite was on good. I lost something big again over there. It's probably another flounder, but hey, I can't complain what I got, guys. So there you go. Joey?
Hey guys, Sammy had a pretty good day out here. His numbers were a lot more than mine. I caught a couple rock bass, lost a couple of hooks, and definitely lost a lot of bait here. So, I mean, it wasn't my day out here, but you know what? You can't beat a day out on Port Canaveral, man. It's been beautiful out here. You know, it's been a lot better than we could have asked for. The weather, the sun, everything was out here. So, you know, I'm just enjoying that we had an opportunity to get out here, man. So stay tuned, like and subscribe, and get ready for the next video, guys. Peace.
See you guys.
Last step in a successful boat day is the cleaning process. Anytime that you take the boat out on the salt water, you definitely want to give it a nice wash down, scrub it down a little bit. Make sure to get any of the salt off the boat. Make sure you get it off.
The part, guys, that the boaters never tell you about. It's always the aftermath, the cleaning part.
Fresh water, you don't have to worry so much about it because it's not going to corrode it whatsoever. And lastly, what you want to do is make sure you wash out the engine for a good 2 minutes. So what we'll do is we'll hook up the hose to the engine and run it for about 2 minutes. Make sure we just clean out all that salt water in there. Get it looking good and smelling good.